welcome back to my channel. I'm Johanna, me, my dog and books. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok and here. Today I'm coming at you with an epic library book haul. I'm so excited. So today I went to my local libraries. I went to two local authority libraries, and returned some, had some on reserve to pick up, and then obviously had a good nosy. So today I'm going to talk through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I feel I should have picked up another one. 9 library books that I picked up and plan on reading. And with you, I have a nice 3 mint pucker tea. Always good for one's belly. And I'm going to get stuck in. Some of them I can remember why I reserved them and why I've taken them out. Others, I've seen them somewhere and been intrigued, so I've bought them. Anyway, first up is We Begin at the End by Chris Whitaker. Looking at this book, okay, purely on the cover, this is not one I would have picked up because I'm a sucker for a pretty cover. It's not pretty, but it's not like, whoa. And I think this is on my reserve list because a Bookstagrammer shared it and like I'd never heard this author. I think they were raving about the author. Anyway, so I'm going to read the synopsis because I can't remember what it's about. It's a bit of a chunk. Oh, sorry, Patty. I think I woke her up by doing that. It says, 30 years ago, a teenage Vincent King became a killer. Oh. Now released from prison, he's back in his hometown of Cape Haven, California, but not everyone is pleased to welcome him home. Like Star Radley, his ex-girlfriend and sister of the girl he killed. His ex-girlfriend and sister. Duchess Radley, Star's 13-year-old daughter, is part carer, part protector to her younger brother Robin and to her deeply troubled mother. But is trying to protect Star. Duchess inadvertently sets off a chain of events that will have tragic consequences not only for her family but also Vincent and the whole town. How far can you run from the past when it seems doomed to repeat itself? Oh my god, that does not look like the kind of book that this cover is giving me vibes of. Like, I'm not even sure what vibes this cover's giving me, but it's giving me like war vibes for some reason, like historical, and it's totally not. Must read crime novel of the year, and like, it's blurbed by Jane Harper and Guardian Book Accomplished and Moving. Let me know if you've A, heard of this author, and B, read this book, or either or. New to me, and I'm looking forward to reading them. Next up is an author that I've read a couple of thrillers, 36 days, which I really liked. Oh, the Oates is in getting stuff from the fridge. What are you getting from the fridge? Snack attack. This is normally where he's wanting something sweet because he's eating his lunch. Oh, it's gone for the ice cream. It's gone for the ice cream. I'm sure he's not happy about me making comments on his eating habits. Just gone away, he's gone back to work. It's Monday, I'm off. So I get to talk about books and he's in the office working. Anyway, yeah, so this author I've read 36 days, I think it was. She's an Irish author, Irish thriller writer, and then Runtime, which I didn't love as much at all. I had so much potential but didn't. And there was another one and I can't remember what it was. She has a new one out as well. This one I wasn't aware of. I'd just seen the author's name and picked it up. I thought, oh, I do normally like her thrillers, and it's Catherine Howard, and this one's called The Trap. To catch a killer should become a victim. And it says, also blurred by Gillian McAllister. I can't say the name McAllister without thinking of like Home Alone, by the way. I don't know what it is. Well, you know, it's Home Alone. So it says, stranded on a dark road in the middle of the night, a young woman accepts a lift from a passing stranger. No. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Anyway, sorry. It's the nightmare scenario that every girl is warned about, and she knows the dangers all too well. But what other choice does she have? As they drive, she alternates between fear and relief. One moment thinking he's just a good man doing good things, a good thing. The next convinced he's a monster. But when he delivers her safely to her destination, she realises her fears were unfounded and her heart sinks. Because a monster is what she's looking for. She'll try again tomorrow night. But will the man who took her sister take the bait? Ooh. Now, this initially was giving me Survive the Night Riley Sager vibes, but obviously it's a different kind of plot twist on it. That's set in a car with two characters. Dark, gripping and terrifying with a killer twist in the blistering final pages. Utterly brilliant. Again, have you ever read Catherine Ryan Hurd? I do recommend 36 Days if you do not mind pandemic related thriller stories, because it's set around like a couple meet in 36 days. I think it's 36 days. Right before lockdown, and they decide to lock down together anyway. So that is going on top of the pile. And then another, I'm looking at the clock because like, you don't need to know this information, but yesterday I went for a colour patch test back because I used to get my eyelashes tinted, and I haven't done it for like over a year, so they always have to do a patch test to make sure you're not allergic and you don't have a reaction. Anyway, I need to be there at 4:30 so I can get my eyelashes tinted, because that'll be 24 hours. But also you don't need notifications, you don't need to know this, but other than like I've got like really flared eyelashes and I can't be bothered putting mascara off and washing off my face. I'm telling you, see, ever since lockdown days, my desire to use makeup is limited. And I thought, when I was away at the weekend, I didn't wear any. Like, I'll sometimes wear a wee bit of blusher because I'm quite pale. But other than that, I didn't wear anything other than the sun cream on my face. And it was quite liberating. Just, you know, being able to rub your eyes, and I know probably for like your eyes and all that you shouldn't do that, I don't know, but when you've got mascara on you have to, like, you know. And then in your Airbnb, and if you've got mascara on, I don't like using all the wipes, and you don't want to mark their towels. This is too much information that you didn't ask for. Anyway, I thought I had a mark in my face, but it was on my phone. Anyway, I thought, well, since I look like I've got mole eyes without mascara on, which mostly I don't mind, but see, when you wear glasses, it does make you look like you've got, well, not you, it makes me look like I've got like, look, it makes me look more tired. So I thought, do you know what, I'll treat myself and I'll go and get my eyes tinted, my eyelashes, not doing my eyebrows because they match my hair for a change, so I'm just leaving them. Anyway, so on that note, I think I better leave kind of the now to go and get it done. That means for the remaining 2, 4, 6, 7 books I'm going to tell you about, my eyes are going to look so lush you won't recognise me. Actually, I will look like panda eyes, like not in a good way, possibly. So yeah, quick edit and see if you even notice. If you might not even notice, right? See you in a mo. I'm back. Look at the eyelashes. You see them? Anyway, that's as exciting as that's going to get. Look a wee bit panda-eyed and red, but hey ho. That'll save me. And that'll save me doing anything with my face in the morning, apart from a wee bit of blush. Oh, or washing it, obviously. Lukewarm tea. I'm back to the books I want to share with you that I got from the library. The next one is also influenced by my friend Zoe, who bought this while I was down in Bristol. and I read the synopsis and it sounded amazing. So I actually also buy Fourth Estate books. When did this come out? 2022, okay, so it's not that old. It is Babysitter by Joyce Carol Oates. Wait till you hear the synopsis. It says, in the waning days of the 1970s, in the wake of unsolved killings that shocked Detroit, the lives of several residents are drawn together with tragic consequences. There is Hannah, a wife of a prominent local businessman, who has begun. Actually, I do look like, I think she's got a bit of dye up there. Sorry, I'm so easily distracted. There is Hannah, wife of a prominent local businessman who has begun an affair with a darkly charismatic stranger. Mikey, a canny street hustler, and the serial killer known as Babysitter, an enigmatic figure at the edge of elite Detroit. As Babysitter continues his rampage of killings, their lives intersect in startling and unexpected ways. Powerful, riveting, and completely unforgettable, Babysitter is a thrilling work of contemporary fiction that exposes the darkest sides of human desire and asks, how far will you go to protect who you love? Look at that. Also the cover. Like the cover. It's blurbed by Margaret Atwood, Observer, Guardian, Independent, and the likes. So that sounds good. Do you know, I think I've only ever read one Joyce Carol Oates and I can't remember what one it was. The next one I keep seeing in the bookshops and I desperately wanted to read it, mainly because of the title and the cover. Wait till you see it. It is The Silence Factory. So that's the only thing when I'm like, I need to watch where the light comes in so you can still see the cover when they've got the coating on. The Silence Factory by Bridget Collins. That's right, I don't know, Bridget Collins, yeah. So I think this is only just out. Well, this year, but I don't know. Must be last month or something. Anyway, Henry dreams of silence, a world without the clattering of carriages, through cobble streets, the distant cries of drunken brawls, the relentless ticking of the clock. Then he meets a fascinating, mysterious gentleman who sells just that. Precious silk that can drown out the clamour of the world and everything Henry is so desperate to escape. Summoned to Sir Edward's secluded factory to try and cure his young daughter's deafness, Henry is soon drawn deeper and deeper into the origins of this otherworldly gift, a gift that has travelled from ancient Mediterranean glades to English libraries. Ignoring repeated warnings from the girl's secret governess, he allows himself to fall under the spell of Sir Edward and his silk. But when he learns its true cost, it'll be too late. Will it be too late to turn back? From the best-selling author of The Binding, this is an enthralling story about complicity, desire and corruption, a novel to lose yourself in. I mean, we should look at the end papers. Look at that. So I'm looking forward to that. Then the other is, I managed to pick it up. It's my... Honestly, dare you to count how many times I yawn in any one of your videos. It is my next book group read for this month. My book group is in early July and it is one of the Women's Prize for Fiction shortlists. It's River East, River West by Aube Lescure. And here is what it's about. Shanghai 2000 selling. I think getting my eyelashes tinted affected my ability to read. Shanghai 2007. Feeling betrayed by her American mother's engagement to their rich landlord Lu Fang, 14-year-old Alva begins plotting her way out. But the American school in Shanghai, a potential ticket to study abroad, turns out to be both more exclusive and seedier than she imagined. Qingdao, 1985. Lu Fang, newly married with a young son, is a lowly shipping clerk. Though he aspires to a bright future, he is one of many casualties of harsh political reforms. Then China opens its doors to foreigners and capital, and Lu Fang meets a woman who makes him question what he what he should settle for. Decades later, will he and his relentless stepdaughter find common ground? A mesmerising reversal of East-West immigrant narratives set against China's economic boom, River East, River West is a profoundly moving exploration of race, identity, and family, of capitalism's false promise and private dreams. That sounds really good, actually. I have heard really good things about this one. I know, like, to date, I've a few of the Hangman and Brotherless Night have both DNF'd. Relentless, Dolly Maunder, I didn't enjoy that amazingly. But this one I think is a debut. Aube Ray Lescure is of French and Chinese heritage and grew up between the province of Northern China and Shanghai. She worked in foreign policy before turning to writing and editing full-time. And she lives in Massachusetts now. I actually think this is a debut. TBC. Don't take my word for it right now. Then the next one is one that I previously got out of the library when it was in hardback and kept it for about 2 months and never read it and had to return it. And then I saw it today when I went in, and it is The Shards by Bret Easton Ellis. I loved Bret Easton Ellis's American Psycho. It's profoundly dark and amazingly written. Oh, sorry, I keep getting notifications to try and move them all the way. And also amazingly adapted to film. This one of my friends, Beth, who I'm friends with on Instagram and TikTok, had read this and really loved it. It's a chunky one though. I think that's why I returned it, but wait till you see. It sounds really good actually when I read it before. So 17-year-old Bret is a senior at an exclusive Buckley prep school when a new student arrives with a mysterious past. Robert Milroy is bright, handsome and charismatic and shielding a secret from Bret and his friends, even as he becomes part of their tightly knit circle. Bret's obsession with Milroy is equalled only by his increasingly unsettling preoccupation with the trawler, a serial killer on the loose who seems to be drawing ever closer to Bret and his friends, taunting them with grotesque threats and horrific, sharply local acts of violence. Can he trust his friends or his own mind to make sense of the danger they appear to be in? Thwarted by the world and by his own innate desires, buffeted by unhealthy fixations, Bret spirals into paranoia and isolation as the relationship between the trawler and Robert Milroy hurtles inexorably towards a collision. A tale of sexed-up, drug-guzzling, privileged high school students in the early 1980s. Glossy and grotesque, says the Times. And also that cover. Looking forward to reading that. Although it is very tiny font, and let me tell you how many pages it is. 588. It's a chunky one. Next one is one I'd reserved, but I've also got it on audio and BookBeat, which is one of the audio platforms I use. And this was Lauren and the Books, the BookTubers Patreon book club pick for July. Still to read June's. And it is Wolfsong by TJ Klune. Now, I've read The House on the Cerulean Sea and loved it. I tried reading the Puppet one. What was it? The Puppet in the Lives of Puppet? Oh, I can't remember. But I DNF'd it because I didn't enjoy it as much. This one, I have no idea what it's about. But I picked it over the other one, which was something to do with Tudors and Henry VIII. Not that I've got anything against them, I just find the topic quite intimidating. And this seemed less intimidating because her July picks were about picking a big chunky book for summer. So here's we're both about to find out together what it's about. Ox Matheson was 12 when his father taught him a lesson. Ox wasn't worth anything. Then he left. Ox was 16 when the Bennett family moved next door with a secret that would change him forever. For the family are shapeshifters, transforming into wolves at will. Ox finds a particular ally in Joe, the youngest Bennett boy, who offers warmth and friendship but is haunted by scars he cannot heal. Oates was 23 when murder came to town and it tore a hole in his heart. Violence flared, tragedy split, the pack and Joe left town, leaving Oates behind. Aww. 3 years later, the boy is back, except now he's a man and Oates can no longer ignore the song that howls between them. I think this is part of... queer fans say won't want to miss this. A treat for the reader. This is part of a trilogy. Anyway, unconfirmed. Oh yeah, Greek. Well, I think so, because look, it says Green Creek Book 1. So I'm looking forward to that. And then this one's on a 2-week loan, so I'll need to read it soon. Says me. Do quite enjoy the odd TM Logan. He's a good old thriller writer, full of lots of twists and turns. I'm kind of hoping it turns out better than the last new thriller that just came out and I got from the library on a 2-week loan, which was The Wrong Sister by Claire Douglas. It says the master of the up all night thriller, and it's called The Dream Home. And this one is Adam and Jess move into a new house with their 3 young children, a rambling Victorian villa in a nice neighbourhood right at the very top of their price range. Before long, Adam discovers a door hidden by a fitted wardrobe, concealing a secret room. Inside, Adam discovers a collection of forgotten items, a wallet, an expensive watch, and an old mobile phone. Oh, it's chucking it down outside. Oh, sorry, I just got distracted again. The heavens have opened. And I'm looking out because I was due to take the doggos their tea time walk. That might get delayed a little bit, methinks. They won't thank me for that. Anyway. Oh, mobile phone. Jess thinks they should simply throw them away, but Adam resists. He is fascinated by these items and how they came to be inside the hidden room. I would be the same. Like, why would you find hidden items and then throw them away? I'd be tempted to try and figure out where they're from. But like the house, Adam has his secrets too, and soon he'll find himself setting in motion a series of events that will place his family in terrible danger. Oh, that sounds good. And I think, yes, I can confirm, TM Logan writes short chapters, which I love, especially in a thriller. And then this one I have been desperate to get a hold of, and I've had it on reserve for ages because I can't remember what booktuber. I think it might be Jen Campbell, but I can't remember. But it might have been Jen, who I think described this a bit like the Apple TV show Severance, which I love. Which is this, like, if you haven't watched it, it's like you become part of the Severance scheme, right? So kind of, we'll say modern world, but kind of like nowadays or a wee bit in near future. And so you can have this, I don't know if it's a chip or whatever they put into you, and so you go into the workplace and you do your work, but you have no recollection of your life outside work whatsoever. So when you're in work, you're working, and then when you leave work, you have no recollection of your working life. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But there's obviously downsides, and I think this is supposed to be similar. But I'll read the synopsis and discover I've got the books completely mixed up, so but also, can we appreciate the cover? It is called Jonathan Abernathy, You Are Kind by Molly McGhee. Trippy, incisive and riotously funny. I'm here for that. So it says, Jonathan Abernathy is a loser. Unemployed and behind on his student loan repayments, the only thing Abernathy has in abundance is debt. When a secretive government loan forgiveness programme offers him a job he can literally do in his sleep. Abernathy thinks he's found his big break. He finds himself entering the dreams of white-collar workers, flagging their anxieties for removal at night so they'll be more productive in the day. If Abernathy can at least appear competent at this new job, might he have a chance at a new life? As Abernathy tries to find his footing in his new gig, reality and morality begin to warp around him. Soon the lines between life and work, right and wrong, and even sleep and consciousness have blurred, and Abernathy begins to wonder just what he might have signed away. Wildly imaginative, laced with black humour, and full of close-to-the-bone truths, Jonathan Abernathy, Your Kind, is the cult workplace novel that is like nothing else you've read before. Yeah, I think I'm right when I say it kind of reminds me of it's supposed to remind you of the kind of the TV series Severance, which is more dark than funny, I think, I would say. Can't remember now. It's been a while. There's not been a new season yet. So yes, those, got them are all the books that I've got out the library, in addition to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Too many books out the library. I should really just focus reading on the books I have, instead of like buying more, pre-ordering them and getting more from the library. But that would be the sensible thing to do, and I am not sensible when it comes to books. I am completely and utterly irrational when it comes to books, and I shall not apologise for it. But anyway, have you read any of these books? If you have, let me know what you think. So, like, both ways, if you liked or didn't like. Is there any that you think you would like me to read sooner rather than later, so you can get an idea of what I think of them? And also, what, if you've watched to the very end, thank you, but what is the last book you borrowed from the library? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, when hopefully I've got less red eye. Look, I think it's because she rubbed. I'm looking, like, I know I'm looking at you, but I'm not looking at you because I'm looking at the thingy. But yeah, it's really accentuated my bags. Anyway, I will look a gazillion billion dollars in the next video no, actually I won't, because when I did my weekend reading vlog, it was before the maybe she's worth it. Is that what it is? No, because she's worth it. Maybe it's Emily. One thing I am not is a beauty blogger of any shape. So if you're here, I'm only here for the bookie banter and the colourful clothes. Anyway, I have no idea what I'm rambling on about. I better go make my dinner. It's Monday night and I've spent the whole day not at work, thinking and talking about book and chatting to you about books. What could be better? Anyway, until next time, thanks as always for liking, for commenting, and if you do like all this, please do subscribe, and until next time, happy reading. Bye!